All right, what's going on, guys? It's your man Jay. Let me get a sound check real quick. Hopefully, the audio is good. Yep, definitely audio is good. Um, just want to thank you guys for stopping by real quick for a live stream with me. Just want to answer some questions about the Pixel Bud A series. I've gotten a lot of questions, and I want to try to answer them as best I can. In this, instead of doing a recording for this, I want to get your questions live. So if you don't mind, go ahead and share this on your social media if that is what you choose to do. You don't have to, but I'm going to share it on my social media to make sure that I get the word out that you guys are here supporting. I appreciate the love. Yeah, so the Pixel Bud A series, you'll see a lot of creators talking about these buds right here. Now, there's a lot that goes along with wireless earbuds when you start to talk about whether they're good or not. And I actually have other wireless buds that I just have two pair that I want to kind of jump in with here. One of these earbuds I haven't released the footage on my channel yet, but the other I have, and it's about price difference and quality and what you're actually getting for the money that you're spending. And I know that earbuds come a dime a dozen. You know, you can get earbuds anywhere. I have the previous generation, the 2020 model of these earbuds too, and I've done a complete workup on this, or whether or not you should do it or not. You should order these or not. Some people keep asking, should I order them? I got the first gens. You know what I mean? Like, is it the best thing to order them? Probably not. You know, if you have the first gen earbuds, there's really no need for you to go out and buy these. It's not just a sales pitch with me, I guess. I mean, if a person just really wants the earbuds, I can't tell them not to get them. But post any questions you have about these if you're on the fence about them, because a lot of people are still on the fence about whether or not they want to get these buds. And my first answer to them was like, especially if you don't have the uh, current buds, I definitely recommend that you grab these. You know, get them. I think you won't be disappointed, and if you pick these up. So this just comes down to not personal preference, but if you want to get these or not, and that's really all it's about. So post your questions down below because sound quality is there, everything is there, and I'll talk about that too. And remember, things like sound quality, all of those things are going to be subjective. There's too many ways to determine. I'm working on another write up, and again, in this live stream, you're going to see some exclusive earbuds that I have not put out the footage on yet, and I've been using them. So first question comes in from Michael McClure. He says, I'm curious if they'll have another premium pair once the Pixel 6 drops. The answer to that is probably no. I mean, I don't work for Google, but they would kind of kick themselves in the foot for bringing out another pair of earbuds right when these just dropped. And these are a great price. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's, my guess would be no. Tic Tac Toe says, I have the Pixel Buds. They have great call quality. Are these similar? These actually have fantastic call quality, with hands down, because I make a lot of phone calls with mine. And there's a lot that goes into having a good set of earbuds with phone calls. There's two types of people. You're going to have a person who does a lot more phone calls than the average person, and then you're going to have those people who do tons of media consumption. They're always going to be there. So good questions, folks. Good questions. I don't think they're going to have a quote unquote high end version of these. I don't see the point of it, actually, because they have the previous generations, and these have the same drivers and everything from the previous generation. But you know, yeah, I don't see the point in having another version of these, I guess. Do they have voice to text readback? So when you get a notification come in, it will read it to you, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Jeff says, how is the mid and low bass in them, Jay? Actually, it's actually pretty good. I have a ton of earbuds out there ranging from $29 to $600. You know what I mean? So, but again, everything is subjective. Remember, when you start to talk about sound quality, you can't tell a person that something sounds good and say that it's a fact based on your experience. It just doesn't work like that. So what you hear when you hear people, let me give you some feedback on people who do cell phone reviews, or not cell phone reviews, earbud reviews. Pretty much anything that's a review, you're only getting the OP, you're getting their opinion on it. And so there's no way to force you to believe that I'm telling you these are the ones to get, these are the top sounding earbuds. It just doesn't work like that. It's all subjective, and it's going to be a different set of ears listening every time. But yeah, I personally feel like the mids, the lows, the highs, the bass is all there. Appreciate the super chat from Javi Martinez, Team Pixel for life. You already know, live for it. You know, it is what it is. Yes. So the first thing I want to tackle ultimately is let me grab my other buds. Where are they? I pretty much have a few sets of buds. I have a few sets of buds that I want to go over in this video because I'm getting questions like this on the buds. So I review buds, and I try to be as honest and straightforward as always, because I actually have another set of buds that are just incredible. Again, I haven't released that footage yet, but I will. There's some buds that I just don't have yet. I don't have a lot of the buds because I want to limit myself on what I'm trying to review at one time. It can get kind of difficult to review a bunch of buds at the same time. And some people would tell you that a review of earbuds can actually be done in the same day. I just disagree with that. I think a review of anything has to be done at least with earbuds. I review earbuds and I use them straight through the week. I use them straight through for a week consistently. That's what I do. That's how I test the sound on them and really I listen to different genres of music too. Yeah. So Jeff says, I have the OnePlus buds for my 7 Pro. They sound fantastic. How would you compare them to the OnePlus buds? Well, I have the latest OnePlus buds, these buds right here. These are the latest ones right here. And the OnePlus buds are some of the best $50 earbuds you will ever hear. And I've got a lot of earbuds that are under $70, but these are the latest buds right here. Now, where the OnePlus buds they don't fail, I guess I'll say, in my opinion. Let me say it like this: phone calls are way better on the Pixel buds. That's just a fact for me. They are way better. I was having a lot of connection issues with my OnePlus earbuds when I first got them, and it was a mess. And I was furious with them. I was furious because it kept dropping connection. I would pull one out and then the call would switch to the other one that's in the case. It was some crazy stuff going on, and there was no software update. There was nothing that I needed to do. All of a sudden, I just reset them. No, I think I didn't even reset them. I think I just powered them off and then disconnected them. That's what I did, and then I connected them back. And they're really good, high quality sound, but they sound like they cost more than $50. But they are definitely not on par with the Google Pixel earbuds in a few ways. Phone calls. But phone calls for me is the top. I use earbuds for phone. I like to have my hands free. I don't just use them for media consumption. Like I said a minute ago, if you're just coming in, there's a couple of different types of people. You got people who strictly just use them for music. And then you've got people who strictly use them for phone calls. I'm about 70% phone calls and 30% media, like music. And that's because that 30% I'm working out or something like that. Yeah. So Jeff says, same here. I had those same issues, ironed out those. So yeah, connectivity issues with the OnePlus buds. They're good earbuds and they're totally worth $50, straight up. There's no doubting that. No doubting it. Pixel Bud A series versus AirPods. My AirPods are in the other room, but I do have AirPods. And the Pixel Buds obviously sound better. I wouldn't get the AirPods because the AirPods, in my experience, for a lot of the things that I like to do, the AirPods would probably come out. What's going on, Eric? I see you, man. They would come out. The AirPods are nice, but the AirPod Pros, I think they're probably higher in price than I'm willing to pay. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't foresee myself buying AirPod Pros anytime soon. And it's not because I don't think they're worth the price. It's just that I would rather spend that money on something because Apple hasn't proven themselves to me when it comes to earbuds. I still have my original AirPods, and let me tell you, man, I have lost those things, cut the grass. They've been in the rain. I've found them again, and they still work. But the quality it's not the best quality. And some people say, well, Jay, you need to upgrade to the AirPod Pros. The technology is better. I don't think so. I don't want to give Apple that much for earbuds. I would rather spend that money on a company who actually produces earbuds, i.e. like Sony or something like that. So, yeah, speaking of Sony's, let me grab my Sony's too, because I wanted to show you something. I wanted to talk about something. I mean, because I have a lot of earbuds. And these sound quality, and what I want to show you is the size and form factor. This is where the Sonys messed a lot of people up. They're big, man. These are huge in your ear. They're huge in your ear, and a lot of people just didn't like that. Now they feel good when you think about, look how big these are compared to the Pixel Buds. The Pixel Buds just kind of sit in your ear, and you see how you don't know how big these are. Now I know that the second generation of these are out. I know that before you say, "Oh, Jay, the second gen is out." I know this, but again, I will have more than likely the Sony Buds because I think Sony, they don't sacrifice sound when it comes to producing products for the world. They don't sacrifice it. Call quality, the Pixel Buds versus the new Sonys, is it similar? Again, I haven't used the new Sonys yet, but I can tell you based on this call quality with these previous gen Sonys, the Pixel Buds call quality is fairly good. It's not, I'm not going to sit on this video and tell you it's superior to everything because that's just not true. But I will tell you that the Pixel Buds they're good. The sound quality is good. And what's so surprising is I have the previous generation. Here are the Pixel Buds, the 2020 version, I'll say. And, this comes down to consumers knowing what they're getting into. Now, these previous generation, these 2020s, have the same drivers and everything as the new 2021 models. Yeah. So one thing you have to remember is that you should be checking to find out if the internals are not going to be sacrificed. So the first time that I wore these Pixel Buds right here, the first thing I said was, man, they did not sacrifice sound quality. They didn't sacrifice sound quality at all, and that is something that I think is just incredible considering they didn't sacrifice sound quality at all, and they ultimately gave you the same product minus a few things or plus, depending on who you are. You know what I mean? Let me read some of your comments here. I was completely blown away with the call quality on the Pixel Buds. I was driving down the highway with my windows down and the person speaking to me could hear me clearly with the wind. That is a fact. This person, Tonate79 Rail, you're absolutely on point because I've done the same thing and people cannot tell. Good comments, man. Does it have the same static buzz issue? There's no static buzz issue on my previous generations. Just because you hear now, first I want to ask this person, Sahaj, do you have these 2020 models? If so, I'm waiting on your reply because I have obviously both of them sitting here. I don't have any problems with these 2020s. There's no buzz or anything like that. I think that when you see a lot of times, I'm not saying this person is saying this to be true, but a lot of times if one or two people have a problem on the internet or have a problem, they post it to the web, and then you start to see an influx of people that claim to have these same problems. So again, I personally don't have any problems with volume or something like that. So I would tell you, here he is right here. He said, yes, he has them. If you have that problem, it might be the device that you're using. If I'm being honest, it could be that, because I've actually used these buds on different devices. And if devices that don't have aptX, I've found that they kind of they give you the sound a different way. Yeah, see, this person right here says they have no buzz. So if you might be using a device that has no aptX. If you are, you not mean to tweak the settings or something like that. I've never even heard of that before with the buzz or something that you're talking about. I've never heard that before. I've never heard anybody complaining about that. I've heard people complain about the connection issue on these, and even that, I don't have connection issues on either one of these buds. So this or the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. I mean, these types of questions are, I would tell you, go buy them both, and then you'll be able to determine, um, you know, um, you know, which one you like better. All right. So next one here is, I had an issue with their Pixel Buds initially, but multiple software updates cleaned that up. And that's one thing I wanted to say. I had my first, if you remember my first video on these original Pixel Buds, I didn't have a problem with connectivity. I just didn't like the way they sounded. So somebody said, Jay, you need to update your software. And sure enough, I went in and there was a software update waiting. That's what fixed mine for the volume or whatever. And I don't know. Everything was good. No problems whatsoever. I have exchanged them multiple times. Apparently, it depends on the user's hearing. There are a bunch of Reddit threads. And that is a great, let me tell you something, man. I totally respect that. That is a fantastic comment, because it means you're being realistic. It means you're being realistic in your approach. That is what you should do. You cannot blame the product. And I applaud him for letting us know he exchanged them several times. And apparently, and I always say, it depends on, you know what I'm saying, like the user. That's just what it is. And I don't think we can ever get away from that. Post your comments and questions down below, folks. Just doing a quick Q&A on the Pixel Buds A series versus some other devices. And I think that I would tell you guys, when it comes down to any of these things, you have to remember that it's going to be subjective in all that you do. There's no way that you'll be able to have the same experience as somebody else, especially meaning if there's a problem, most people probably won't have the same problem. It just depends. So post your comments and questions down below. I will answer them. And if you're on the fence about buying these buds, the quick answer for me and the short answer is absolutely buy them. Don't hold back. You will thank yourself for buying these buds. You will thank yourself for buying these buds. And I can't stress enough how good they sound. And people out there, and we're going to talk about that sound quality thing as well. Like people saying, well, what does good sound like? And, you know, what does this sound like? And I'm just like, well, you know what? I will try my best to give you an interpretation of what good sounds like. It's just, I don't know. It's so many things that go into sound quality. And it really depends also on what each person considers their definition of good is when comparing to a device or you know, like a sound or something like that. And again, as I said earlier, and I pointed out that it's people use the generic statement and say, oh, it's personal preference. That's kind of generic, because I like the comment that he put up here, the end of this comment, the hearing. Everybody hears different. Everybody can hear things completely different. And this is important, that people need to remember this when you're talking about sound quality. Yeah. Best microphone of all the buds you tested so far. Best microphone of all the buds you've tested so far. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Wow, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to circle back around to that one, because I've tested a lot of buds, and when I say test, I mean just because I'm testing these buds, that doesn't mean I'm not using them. I'll actually show you how I use. I'll tell you in this video how I actually use the buds, and which ones I use the most, and which ones what I use them for, and things like that. I'll go over that because I don't just use the Google Pixel Bud A's. I'm not gonna be a liar and sit on video and say, hey, just because I like the Pixel Buds, and Google sent me a pair of Pixel Buds, but I bought my own, so I have 2 sets. So I'll probably do a giveaway of the other set. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not gonna return them. I'll rather just sell them or do a giveaway or something like that, just to hook somebody up with a good deal. But I don't really believe that I can just openly, just flat out say, oh, this is my favorite so far. Let me see here. Post your comments and questions down below. Okay, what's going on? Berlin in the house. Young Vipe Nation in the house. Vipe Nation. Vipe, you want to join me on this impromptu stream? No, I'm just kidding. We'll link up another time, man. Let me see here. Oh, wait, I missed one. How is voice talk quality phone call? Okay, so phone calls. I haven't had any issues with people saying, "Hey, I can't hear," or "You sound a certain way." Like if a person is when you're talking on the phone to someone, you'll know immediately how you sound, because they'll tell you, "Man, you sound like you're in a shoebox," or "You sound like you're in this," or "You sound like you're in that." They'll tell you right away. And so far, no one has ever told me that I sound like I'm some type of way. It's always been something positive, to where they didn't even know that I was actually using buds. That's how good they are, at least for me, because I have earbuds with 4 microphones on them, and this remains to be seen. Again, I'm not going to get on this video and tell you that the Pixel Buds have the best audio quality and sound based on all of the ones I've used. But they are definitely in my top 10. And I think that's a realistic way for me to approach this. TikTok says, tick-toe. I like that, man. That's a tongue twister. He says, I think these buds will compete very well with both Samsung and Apple. This one is definitely a winner from Google. Now, the reason that's a good statement is because the previous year's generations, there were some people complaining about things, or I shouldn't say complaining, having issues with things that I just didn't have an issue with. Like the guy was talking about the connection, or the whatever he was talking about before. I didn't have that. I didn't have that problem. So the noise or whatever. So, but everybody's going to experience their own set of problems when it comes to whether it's a cell phone or it's the Pixel Buds. Again, like my first gens right here, I had a lot of problems with the sound. I thought it was too low. And I just couldn't get over it, man. And then finally someone said, Jay, you need to do a software update. And they told me the software number of where I should be. And I did it, and I got it. It was good. It fixed it. So post your comments and questions down below if you have something to say. I would love to get you up here. Let's see here. Here's another one here. Can I use them for running? Okay, glad you said that. Goes into my next segment because I don't think Google's kind of pushing these for running. I would say get a fitness set of earbuds, and I'm going to show you, to me, what I consider to be some of the best fitness earbuds, and that is the Jaybird Vista brand. I've got the Terra Pros. I've got a lot of Jaybirds, and the reason being, and I'm not just going to say this, I'm not going to just spit out, hey, you need to go and you need to buy the Pixel Bud A's. It's just not what it's about. I feel like buds like this, they have like a different, they have a dual thing right here. See how theirs is kind of like 2? Believe it or not, that actually helps. That helps. That helps right there. So the Pixel Buds, I haven't run with them yet, and I haven't even worked out with them yet. I prefer the Jaybird brand for working out. I think you should go with a fitness set of earbuds to work out with. I wouldn't recommend, at least not yet. I will do my best to give you some update on whether or not I think these are going to be good for fitness. But as of right now, I say use a fitness set of earbuds because you can actually, now these cost $200, obviously, so you don't have to go with these, but just you stick with a fitness style bud. I think you'd like that. Our Project 13, what's going on? The Hawks. So I thought I saw the Hawks TV. She's in here. There she is right there. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? Yes. God bless you too, sir. It says, can the tips fit foam tips? I don't know. I'm sure if you get a big enough foam tip on there, you know what I'm saying? You might be able to. You might be able to. Michael says, I hope these buds work seamlessly when these new Wear OS updates come out. I'm pretty sure they will, because these are the newer. This is the best in updates. Like, there's a lot inside of these buds that I'm not even going to act like a specialist that I know about. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of tech inside of these buds that came from these buds, the 2020s, and these are the 2021s. All that tech rolled over and then some. Because I did a little live stream yesterday, and they talked about how much it changed. I was on there with the head manager that was overseeing the buds or whatever, and he spit out a lot of facts on there. So I think they'll be okay. I bought them and they're not loud enough. Gonna save up for the new Sony XMS. Yeah, again, subjective, totally. What's up, Josh? I ain't see you in a minute. Everybody's gonna, and that goes back to the sound thing. Everybody has their own preference on what they think something should sound like. And he thinks they don't sound loud enough. I think they sound pretty good. You know, hey, it is what it is. Respect. Grandma loves tech is here. Grant likes tech is here. My man, Grant. How are they compared to the Galaxy Buds Live? I don't really like the Galaxy Buds too much. When I bought them the first time, I wasn't impressed. So I went back to my Sony's. Sound quality from Sony is just superior in a lot of ways to a lot of buds out. But let's shuffle these out of the way. And I want to show you some buds that are really expensive. And I think you know what they are. But they sound fantastic, man. And I got to give credit where credit is due. The Bowers and Wilkins, these, okay, folks, I know that these buds cost $99. I know they do. And I know these cost me $400. Yes, $400. But when you compare these, there's a premiumness about these Bowers and Wilkins. They got a little bit of metal on the body. You know, it has nothing to do with the brand. Obviously, they cost $400 because of the brand. Bowers and Wilkins, that's why they cost $400. But a lot of people are not going to kick out $400 for these Bowers and Wilkins. Let's just be real here. Some people might not kick out $400 for these Bowers and Wilkins, but if you decide to, the sound quality is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and the audio. Josh, if you want to get quality sound and you want something that's on par with Sony, even a little better than Sony in sound quality in some areas, spend the money on these. Spend the money on these. These are $400 though, but they also have the PI5s. These are the PI7s. They have the lower tier ones, and I can't say lower tier because they still cost $250. I'm just not going to support Beats by the Beats sound. I don't really. I'm not rocking with. I bought the Beats or whatever, and I wasn't impressed. Have you tried them on phones other than the Pixel phones? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In my video, I did a Q&A, not kind of a Q&A, whether you should buy these if you have these. And I talked about that. They link to an iPhone. They're just earbuds. But on iOS, there's no Pixel Bud app. All right. So there's no app on iOS yet for Pixel Buds, but on Android, there is. There is. So, yeah, you can use them on any Android, and you get to, I posted on Instagram, I showed you that you can get into the bass boost fixture, even on, if it's not a Pixel phone. I posted a little short clip of that on Instagram. You get all the functionality from any other Android device with the Pixel Bud app. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. $430 after tax date. It was almost $460 for me after tax. So, yeah, expensive. But the sound quality for me on these was great. I haven't up to Buzz a long time. I can't really judge you on that. Let's see here. He has both the Pixel Bud Lives and the 2020. Like he like them more. How good is the live translation on the Pixel Buds? I mean, whatever you consider good. If you want to ask me if it works, okay, yeah, it works. Yeah. That's about, because everybody's interpretation of something is, yeah. My main use case is phone calls. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely phone calls for me too. Night check in the building. 291 is here. 400, and that's 10 right there. Oh man, you already know, son. T Pixel. Oh man, Michael says never buy Beats for quality. Facts. So much better quality for cheaper. That's true. Remember when Beats by Dre and all that stuff was out there? I bought those expensive headphones, and I was so furious, man. I was so mad that I wasted the money. And then I think I was outside of my return period or something like that. Because if you know me, you've been following me long enough. I do not like doing returns. I sell it first, but yeah, that's I just don't like to do returns. I just don't. I run a business, and there's just giving stuff back for certain reasons. I just didn't like them. That's all it was. The sound quality wasn't there. Okay, but what about battery longevity? We always know that the huge issue that gets asked with Google devices so much. Listen, this combination right here, I've charged these once in the last 10 days. So far, it's been almost 2 weeks. I charged them, but that's because when you use earbuds, it's not like, okay, they claim 5 hours of usage per charge on the earbuds, and then you drop it right back in the case, and they charge up. You get another 5. They charge. That's what the 24 hours is. They're not saying 24 hours on the buds themselves. But only way I would see a person actually using these buds and wearing them out, it's just in and out of the case, so like that, is if they're working at a 24-hour job or a 16-hour shift, or they will probably get the least battery life or they'll need to charge ahead of time. I want to grab something. You see, Google sent me some, and I bought my own. These are still sealed. So in this video right here, I will take reasonable offers. If somebody wants to buy a pair here, I will, I got a brand new sealed pair right here, and then these are the ones that Google sent. They sent me these, and then I bought these. Google's just came before mine, so yeah, brand new sealed. If you want to make me an offer, go ahead and make one. And these are the ones that which is these. So yeah, make an offer, and we'll see what's up. All right, post your questions down below. Let me see here. If we don't consider the price, what is better, Pixelbud A or Pixelbud? Okay, so here's also, again, here's another person that's saying that there was you're speaking as though this is like a factual thing that everybody's experienced. Maybe you are experiencing connectivity issues. I personally have never had a connectivity issue on these buds. I just never had a problem with them, man. These are the 2020s right here. I've never had a problem with them at all. No issues whatsoever, no connectivity issues. Only thing I had initially when I took them out the box was I thought they didn't sound loud enough. And then someone told me to do a software update. Boom, that fixed it. No connectivity issues. But as far as which ones are better, they're the same buds, man. They're the same buds. And, they sound the same. They didn't sacrifice any sound. And I've already showed you what's different. You can go to Google's website and see what's different in between the two. There's just 5 things I believe that are different between these two buds. But as far as the connectivity issue thing, I've never had an issue with connectivity. I had an issue, but I didn't like how low they sounded initially. That's it. He said Biz started $1. But yeah, if I had a personal preference, I would choose the A over the 2020s, not for reasons of price, strictly because I know I'm going to say this, and I know some of you guys already know this if you've been following me long enough. I don't like touch-sensitive earbuds. Like, I don't like to adjust my volume on the earbuds. I don't like to adjust. So these are great for me. You don't control, there's no volume controls or anything on the sides of these. I like that, son. I don't like having the controls. And so when earbuds have controls on them, I don't use them. I pull out my phone and I use it like that. That's just me. You do what you feel. That's what I do, though. I prefer to have the buds being like my volume being controlled. on my phone. Simple as that. That's what I like. And a lot of people don't like that, you know what I'm saying? But I do. I do. So yeah, post your questions and comments down below. So let's talk about I want to show you some earbuds that I haven't released my footage on yet. And they cost $80 and they're brand new. They just came out. I got them. And they are from Soundpeats. Now, these earbuds right here, let me go ahead and just be completely honest. They compete directly with the Pixel Buds. They compete directly with the Pixel Buds. Again, I haven't put out my footage on this. I'm still working on some things. But I got to tell you, what you see how these look. First of all, before I open this case up, I know there's a delay in the stream, but have you seen the new Soundpeats H1s? Don't Google it. These are the new Soundpeat H1s. Just came out maybe 2 days ago or something like that. 3 days ago. Have you seen these? Do you rock with Soundpeats? Because Soundpeats is a company that's totally slept on. Their stuff sounds better than Beats. Their stuff sounds better than Beats. In my humble opinion, they sound, and they cost less. These cost $79.99. And right now you can get a 5% code on them or something like that on Amazon. So have you ever seen these? Have you ever heard of the H1s? Do you have the previous generation H1s? Have you ever seen these particular new ones? Have you even heard about these? Most people will say they have not heard of them because everybody's focused on the major brands like, oh, Apple, oh, Samsung Buzz. And let me show you what these look like. Check that out. That's crazy right there, son. These sound freaking amazing. These sound incredible. El Jefe in the house. Well, of course, you and I know this. You know what I'm saying? These H1s right here, son, these sound better than, man, let me tell you something. These are the new H1s. Look at this. These things feel fantastic. You got 4 microphones. They sound good. Everything about these I love. This is what Google is competing against. You know what I mean? This is what Google is competing against. It's linked to my phone, so it started up. These are crazy right here. Crazy. These are sick. Soundpeats does their thing. You have to be in the know though. You'd have to find out about these if you were on Amazon or something like that, or you heard somebody talking about like the sound itself. You know what I mean? That's how you would know. But yeah, I'm gonna put out my footage on these soon. I've had these for a few days, but I wanted to wait. I wanted to really test them because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, man, these sound fantastic, son. This is incredible right here. How do these sound so freaking good? How do they sound so good? I'll get my footage on those another time. I see something here from Josh. He says, my Series A left headphone disconnects when my phone is in my right front pocket. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I agree with this comment right here. Just exchange it. I mean, one thing I want to point out though, man, Sam, I mean, it could be that, the device you're using, remember that it's all, if some devices are, I don't know. I've just learned that when I use certain devices with certain phones or whatever, I get a different experience. I get a different experience. I think it depends on what you're using it with. It's so much goes into this. But what phone do you have it hooked to? I'll say, Josh. What phone do you have it hooked to? Tell me what phone you have it hooked to. I gotta know. I want to know what phone you have it hooked to, because I've learned that if you're using a phone sometimes that does not have aptX, you're not getting the quality sound that you could possibly get. You're just not getting it. It's just not happening. You're not getting the true sound of the earbuds. Yeah. I want to know, or I want to talk about battery life. Now, another person posted something about longevity on the battery life. Battery life is going to be subjective, folks. Battery life is going to be subjective. And yeah, there it is right there. I mean, it's a lot, and the thing is, a lot of people don't have multiple devices, so they can only go on what they have. And if they don't have a device with aptX, basically, which is pretty much one of the newer devices, they're not, they're not gonna experience the true sound. It's not gonna happen. So battery life on earbuds. I've got earbuds and headphones and everything that are still working 5 years later. Now, it could be, I'm going to be honest and say it could be that it's because I have so many, I have the privilege to swap and just use whatever I want. I could use a different set of buds every day of the week. Every day of the week. And I'm just not talking past 7 days. I have so many earbuds and headphones. I can go a full 30-day rotation and then some. And still have some left to spare. Yeah. I will use them riding except on. When I use Huawei devices, audio can sound hollow because of no Qualcomm chip. Hey, that's a good point. I never noticed that because I rock with Huawei. I just never even knew that that Huawei chips would produce a different sound because of the chip. I never even thought about that like that. I don't know. I mean, I can't confirm. You can confirm it because you've used a Huawei, but I've definitely hooked with and I'm just saying I haven't noticed that. I've obviously have Huawei products and I have Xiaomi and all these different brands, and I just have never noticed that the sound sounds hollow. But when you're talking about sound quality, you got to remember it's all subjective, and people are going to have their own perspective on what they think is great sound. Yeah. So up until my Sony's, I think that Sony had the best quality sound of any earbud that I ever used. This isn't a secret. I've said this multiple times. But now that I kicked out that $400, and it's not that these don't sound better because they're $400. It's just that people know the Bowers and Wilkins brand for like studio quality stuff. You know what I mean? That's what they know this brand for. And Sony is just Sony. My editing headphones are Sony. My editing headphones are the 3.5 only. My Pride and Joy, I've had these for probably, these are the OGs right here. I've had these for probably, oh man, I don't know how many years. I don't know how many years I've had these. Maybe 3.5. I don't know. They're 3.5 only. That's what I would use if I want to hear what something really sounds like, Yeah. Post your comments and questions down below. Do you guys know who Marshall is? Anybody know who Marshall is? If you're an audio head, you know who they are. Have you ever seen any of my videos? I have a headphone wall, and I've always told you that anything that gets on that wall is not just there just for decoration, because I have more than just that. Marshall is a brand that is known for high quality sound. If Marshall was to decide to get into earbuds, I think this is what Bauer and Wilkins is trying to do. This is Bauer and Wilkins' first set of earbuds, these PI7s and then the PI5s. That's them trying to get in. If Marshall was to get serious about earbuds, a lot of companies will be in trouble. If you know who Marshall is, I got Marshall speakers. I got the Marshall 2s. If you know who Marshall is, you know that these companies will be in trouble if they decided to get serious. It's just a fact. They would. These companies, some of these companies will be in some serious trouble. So let me get your comments here. Let me see here. I use a self Marshall. I used to sell Marshall when I worked at Sprint. So give your opinion on Marshall. I mean, I know what's up with Marshall. If you're an audio head, you know who Marshall is. And you know that their stuff is superior in so many ways. It's incredible, man. But I don't think they're going to get serious about doing headphones. Or not headphones, earbuds. I'm using the Moto One Action. Sorry, I delete. Oh, well, see, I think that's what it is. I think because you're using a phone. I mean, not to have anything against that phone, but I just think that might be the reason why you might have some issues. I mean, El Jefe, what do you think about that? He's using the Pixel Buds with a Moto One Action. I mean, do you think that is impairing his quality of sound? I personally think so. I mean, yeah, get back on that, Alpha. Tell me if you think that that's impairing his quality of sound, because and it's nothing against that phone. I just think that the buds are, what I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna check those out. I just think that that might have a lot to do with it, man. Yeah, Marshall is the truth, man. They don't. Some companies, either people are willing to spend the money or they're just not. And obviously, I am for some things, but some things, I don't get hyped on when people start talking about Apple. What are the latest Apple earbuds or headphones cost? They cost $550. The ones that cost $550. I don't know the name of them. I forgot the name of them. I guess I could Google it or go to Apple's website, but. Um, yeah, I'm not giving Apple's not man, Apple is not some company that's gonna make me get excited about them selling $500 earbuds. It's just not gonna happen. They're a tech company trying to get involved with everything, and I'm just not buying into the hype, man. I'm not buying into the hype of Apple's lossless sound and all that stuff. I have in both of my cars I have wireless Apple Play or whatever it is. I have wireless Android Auto, I have wireless CarPlay, and I don't I'm just not buying into what Apple is talking about, man. For some reason I just can't get down with them trying to do audio. They're trying to do cars. To me, I say stick to doing computers and laptops and phones. You know what I'm saying? Stay in that lane, because I'm just not buying into the hype of them. They're these $550 earbuds. I just don't see it happening, son. I can't do it. I'm not buying into it, man. I'm not feeling it. Zach says, how good are these with phone calls compared to AirPods? I think I hit that one up already. Do they do a good job with noise filtering? Yeah, I don't think Apple's headphones do that great with it. So these are definitely superior to those. That's my humble opinion. I got the JVC still to you. That's right. That's right. All right. So here he is right here. This is El Jefe's response. He says, Josh, I got to agree with Jay. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people have issues with Moto devices before. So try pairing the buds to a different phone, and this will help you determine if it fits. Yes, that's correct. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking it's definitely probably the device. You know what I mean? I think it's whatever phone, especially if you're using a phone that does not have aptX, that's going to mean a lot. So I think El Jefe definitely knows what he's talking about. I think I would agree, pair it to several different devices, and also try pairing it to something that's not a phone. Pair it to your laptop. Pair it to your, I don't know if you have a Google Chromebook, but I have their Chromebook. Pair it to something else just to see what happens. Something that's more powerful, basically, is what I'm saying. And I'm sure that's what he's saying too. Give it to something more powerful, and watch what happens and see if in fact it does better. Igor says, silly as it sounds, I prefer wired headphones over the true wireless. That doesn't sound silly at all. That's flawless. That's a flawless victory right there, because if plugging in, and I know people say, oh, that's analog. Oh, the old analog. Old? Listen, how about, let me give you a realistic comparison. I've heard people say that before. Hey, that old analog, that's so old. But the reality is, you got to charge whatever you need. You got to charge whatever you need. You don't have to charge that when you just plug it in analog. And people forget about this thing called a DAC. I think they probably forgot about that. LG hasn't, but I think plenty of people have forgotten about, and Sony hasn't either. But I think people have forgotten about that little thing called a DAC. Those three letters. I think people completely write that off. If companies would put headphone jacks on phones, with that DAC, it's on and popping, man. It's on and popping. Some people say, right? Pause for dramatic effect. You know what I mean, Grant? that is a silly thing to say. That, you know, it's old technology and stuff like that. Man, I mean, having wireless everything is not always a good look. It's not. It's not. I got something that I'm upgrading the stuff in. True story. I'm upgrading the stuff in my office, right? So I got the new Samsung surround sound, $550, folks. And it has a wireless connection for the subwoofer. To me, that's not a great thing. I didn't know it was going to have a wireless connection for the subwoofer. Like, there's no way for me to plug that subwoofer in at all. There's nowhere to plug it. You know what I mean? So if it goes out, that means I got to start talking about warranty exchanges and things like that. So, but the plus side of having wireless is I can put stuff everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my subwoofer in my office. I got the subwoofer kind of behind my big recliner, on the side of my big recliner, and I could feel the bass, man. I could feel it thumping. I can feel it thumping. And the crazy part is it's got a sound bar. It's got this link that looks like a Wi-Fi router where it connects to the wirelessly to everything. It's got the sound bar, two surround speakers in the big subwoofer. So you got this big long subwoofer inside the sound bar. It's a long sound bar. And you've got the two small for highs and mids, and then you've got the subwoofer. And the subwoofer is completely wireless. So if I have problems, that's trouble. Not to mention latency and things like that. Now, that's not going to happen, obviously, with my surround sound, but with Bluetooth, it can. And latency is my big concern with these and gaming. Well, your concerns are good. You're not going to have any latency. You're not going to have any latency whatsoever. I mean, I guess I should say you shouldn't have any latency. I can't guarantee that you're not going to have latency. I'm telling what I've experienced. There's no latency. Yeah. Yep. Are they available in India? I don't know, man. You have to check. You have to check that out, son. I don't know. Yeah. So, when it comes to whether or not you should buy them or not, I've told people plenty of times, hey, look, man, you know, if that conversation, it goes on so much. It's just a continuation of kind of the same conversation. If you have to ask, oh, I'm just on the fence whether I should buy them, you should probably just keep it moving. There's no way to say that without it sounding almost rude. I mean, because these are like half the cost of these previous generations right here, and you're getting the same sound. You're getting the same sound. So the only way I would tell a person to not buy these, there's one reason I would say don't buy these, is if you have these. If you have these, there's no reason to kind of quote unquote upgrade to the 2021 model. There's no reason to. Believe it or not, that's one of the main questions I get. That's one of the main questions I get. That's it. Should I buy them if I have these? And it's so strange that people are asking that. Like, why are you even looking? Stop watching tech videos, man. They're going to have you out there spending all your money. You know what I mean? He says, when I work out, I always wear over-the-ear headphones, and nothing beats Sony when it comes to that. Well, I'm kind of a Sony head, so I don't disagree when it comes to overhead. I have other earbuds that are obviously not Sony, so I'm not going to say that they have the best sounding over ear. But again, for me, it's all personal preference. Yeah, it's all personal preference. And this response right here is in response to Josh with his phone and his Pixel Buds kind of disconnecting and things like that, man. It's kind of strange but I think it's the device. That's why I told Hefe, what do you think? And everybody kind of agrees. It's definitely the device. Hook it to something like, yeah, there you go. Hook it to your Chromebook. Hook it to something else. And you will see, Josh. You'll see a difference. Let me see here. I think I skipped this one here. Yeah. Just bought the Pixel 2 buds last weekend for $129. I'm happy with them so far. That's what's up. Because everybody's going to have something that they like. Everybody has their reasoning for trying to find these for 130 because these are the ones with the touch controls. They have all the touch controls and they have the case is waterproof. It's wireless charging. There's no wireless charging on this case. There's no waterproof on the case, but the earbuds have the waterproofing. Let me see if I could jump on here and show you. I'll screen share real fast if I can. Let me go to, while I'm in the intermission, if you didn't know, I bought my own and then Google sent me some. So give me an offer on these and I'll sell them to you. Yeah. Let me pull up, store.google, and I'm going to try to share my screen here. Let's see if I can share this tab. I'll share the tab here. Let's see, screen share a Chrome tab, share this tab, and let's see here. Now I have to make it live, which is right there. So, yeah, if you're interested in buying, here's a brand new set, sealed all day for you. And here's the ones I got. I don't need both. So, let's get into this Google here. I want to show you. It's weird. It says pre-order, and they need to update the website because these are clearly available. Everybody's buying them already. Right here, this lets you know right here. Google has a compare button. They have a compare button already. So they're letting you know, click on that. Here's all your questions answered. Straight up. I've done a complete walkthrough on this website twice. I've let everybody know on my channel, at least, this is what the difference is. This is what it is. This is what's different. And now I want to show you here the difference on this Q&A. So, here are the Pixel Buds A series on the 21s. They're on the left, $99, $180. And these are discontinued, by the way, I believe, but you can still find them at other places. I don't think Google will go into it, but I don't think Google is selling these anymore. It doesn't make any sense to continue selling, but you can see the differences here. 4 colors versus 2. All right. Noise reduction, but this one has wind reduction. The previous generations have the wind reduction as well. Sweat and water resistant on the earbuds only. All right. But the previous generation has it on the earbuds and the case. So these previous generations had it on the case and the earbuds. You've got wireless charging, like I said, on the previous generation. No wireless charging on the current generation, right? Here's another difference. Swipe volume controls. It is not offered on the touch controls for the A series. But as you can see here, it still has everything. Hold for Google Assistant, tap, pause, and play, answer, double tap, track, triple tap, everything's the same. Just no swipe for the volume. Battery life is not compromised in any kind of way. Same 12mm drivers, Google Assistant, and no attention alerts. That is it, folks. That is the difference. That's what you're looking at. That's the only thing that's different. And some people are so critical of the A series. As you can see, they're out of stock. They stopped selling them. I've been trying to grab a second Pixel in this color, but it's been sold out every time. See, it's out of stock right here. Yeah, that's kind of bummed out. And then also, because the new joint is coming. So, and right now I wanted to get a white one in the 4A. It's only available on Verizon. And I don't think Verizon's phones are unlocked anymore right out the gate. And then also I came down here. If you're wondering, just collectors. That's all. I like to have some. If you're not following my series, man, if you're not following my I'm Not Opening This Box series, you really should get with it, man. I think you'll enjoy yourself. Now the blue one right here, now it's in stock. Now it's in stock that I'm on a live stream. Yeah, it's in stock. But anyway, yeah, man, there's a whole bunch. Let me catch up on some comments here because it looks like a bunch of them came in. There's a whole bunch that's the same, nearly the same thing, man. Same thing. It's just a different price. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. HTTV do is the instant translation thing a gimmick or is it ready for prime time? There's nothing gimmicky about that in my humble opinion. $79 for the, whoa, yeah. I saw some refurbished ones for $79. I didn't see brand new. I saw refurbished. So I mean, but if these are brand new last week, I'm pretty sure they went quick. Yeah. I saw the Pixel Bud 2 on sale Walmart for $8. I guess a couple of people saw them last week, man. I'm an audiophile. I tell you another pair of buds that sound fantastic. It's a OnePlus Buds. Yeah, I mean, I got the OnePlus Buds, and these sound fantastic. Now, these I actually had some connection issues with at one point, and that still remains to be seen sometimes. But overall, you're right. They sound fantastic, and they only cost $49, $39 sometimes. So that is a win-win. Yeah, they were branded. Yeah, those went fast. Then they went fast. I'm sure they did because when I went on there, I only saw refurbished because people were telling me that they were still new on Walmart's website, and I couldn't find them. I only found refurbished ones because it's not Walmart selling them; it's sellers that are going through Walmart, just like Amazon or whatever. But yeah, man, no complaints here. I don't have a complaint in the world about these, and I'm gonna pair them to I paired them to my Surface Duo, but I need to repair them again because I mean, personal preference. Something about them. I just I don't know. I should have. I don't know. I gotta check that connection again. I gotta check that connection again because they sound good, but where is my SIM ejection tool? Oh, there it is back there. They sound good, but I don't know. The Surface Duo, it's from years ago. So the tech inside of that for audio, side. Like I said, I have wireless CarPlay in the cars, and the Surface Duo won't do it. Doesn't qualify for it. It doesn't qualify for the wireless. So it's kind of frustrating, but nonetheless, when I plug in, it works. It works. Wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto is the bomb, folks. A lot of people don't have 21 cars, but I believe you can get an adapter or something like that. I was watching Tony Pazzo's video, and man, he showed that adapter. I was like, man, $300 for this? No way. That's why it's not selling, I think. But shout out to Tony, man. But yeah, there's no way I'm paying that much for an adapter. But it depends on what car you have also. So some people might say, yeah, it's worth it for me. I mean, again, everybody has their own definition of what's worth something. Yeah. Stud. The stud is here. The stud is here. The stud is here. All right. I'm trying to put my phone on vibrate. So, I mean, this topic, this discussion can flow forever, man. It could go on and on and on. It's just a matter of what you want, what you're gonna do, what you're gonna be using something for. Like that person earlier who was talking about working out with the Pixel Buds. I personally was like I said earlier, I'm not gonna get on this live stream and just try to sell Pixel Buds. It's not my job, man. It's not to sell their products for them. I just need to inform you on how I think they sound. And the fact of the matter is, they sound fantastic for $99 freaking, man. They sound incredible. Straight up. Are they the best sounding earbuds? People love to ask that question. And I like to say, it's going to depend on what you want with your buds. It's going to depend on what you think is great. Whatever you think is the best sound, yeah. You'll be the one to determine whether or not you think it's worth it and if it sounds good. Simply put, that's the only thing I can tell you. I think they're worth $99. Some people don't think they're worth $99, and that is on them. Post your comments and questions down below, folks. We just kicking it, having a live stream on what is today? Friday? Is today Friday? Yeah, today is Friday, man. I don't keep up with the days anymore. When you don't got no job, you ain't got nothing to do. You don't got to keep up with the day. you don't got to keep up with the days and holidays and all that stuff. I have been using them on my work laptop and my Android box. How does that sound, man, on your Android box? How does that circle back around? I know there's a delay in the comments in the stream, like by the time I get it or whatever, but circle back around. Let me know how those sound on your Android box. I gotta know. I have to know. Brand new for sale, sealed, and not for sale. And not for sale. Yeah, circle back around. So let me know how those sound. This question from Mohang said, why does Google neglect India? They release everything so late here. We really look forward to Google products. This is kind of an easy answer. Let me present it to you this way. Here's the thing. Let me hit this right here already. He just said it right here. No sound delay. Boom. That's what I was looking for because I want to try something out. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good comment. And see, you never know what another person is thinking of. Somebody might have the same question or thoughts of you. 67 blazing. That's a good statement because now I'm thinking about trying them somewhere else. Appreciate the love for that one. So as far as neglecting India, let me present it to you like this. You got this big company. There's an area of the world that everybody might not want to buy it, right? You don't think the sales are going to go good. And there's areas and places that probably won't sell well. I think that's how Google is looking at it. There's not enough people in the area where you live, possibly. I'm not saying this is true, but based on the things that I've been through and dealt with, I'm not going to put something somewhere where I know there's going to be no return, because just because they put it there, that doesn't mean that they're putting it there for free. Everything costs. So you got to do marketing. You have to do all these things. And, you don't want to kind of waste your resources. And I'm not saying you're a waste. Shout out to India all day long. I appreciate the channel support. But I'm telling you, from a Google standpoint, they're not going to put their products in certain places where they probably feel it might get overshadowed by something else, or it's just not worth all the money they have to spend to get it there. Is that fair? Is that a fair analogy for you? That's what I think. That's what I think. Before I get to that one here, so you said, how's the bass on it? Well, it depends on the genre of music, but for me, it's more than enough. They're not as heavy as some other earbuds, but it's enough. For what it is, it's definitely enough for me. The previous Pixel Bud 2s had legit connection issues. Sound quality was okay. But yeah, again, I've never had any connection issues. That's just one in a few, man. I mean, people speak with so much conviction and just straight up facts on that. That's just not, there may have been legit, and maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. Maybe you're saying they were truly legit for you to have connection issues, because I don't scour the internet for drama or problems that other people are having. If I'm having the issue, then I'm going to talk about it. But I've never had any issues with my Pixel Bud. Never had any issues with these, man, ever. So if you're having issues with them, hey, as soon as this is what I do. If I'm having some serious issues with something, I'm going to exchange it. I'm not going to go on the internet. And I'm not saying that you're doing this, Sergey. I'm just saying in general, this is what happens in the tech world. They have a little bit of a problem. They hit the internet running and start talking about, oh, this is a fail. And they create these fake agendas on products. You think about how many Pixel Buds they sold, millions of them. And if you have 100 people or 1,000 people saying, oh, it's a connection issue, it overshadows everything else. That's the way I feel about that. I never used the free buds, but I mean, hey. I talked about battery life. You know what I mean? Battery is subjective, man. You have to remember that everybody uses their things for different. Overall, here's what the battery is going to be. You should get your 24 hours that Google claimed. I haven't charged mine but once in 2 weeks, and I still got plenty of battery left. Once in 2 weeks, I've charged these. That's it. And I've been doing heavy phone calls, a little bit of music, some media consumption late at night if I don't want to wake anybody, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Let's see here. Post your questions and comments down below. Finally, who is this? Oh, Chester. What's going on, Chester? What's going on? What's going on, man? He said use them on a Xiaomi box. That's what's up. That's what's up. True. I want to find your comments and questions. There are some countries that Apple cannot sell their products due to an embargo. Exactly, because you'll get sued. You'll get sued. You'll get sued. You'll get sued. You get sued. I gotta eat my oatmeal better. Yeah, you'll get sued, man. These companies don't want to kick out that cash like that, man. They don't have time to be kicking out the cash and paying out lawsuits for silly things, man. They just don't. They don't have time on it. Yeah, once in 2 weeks is pretty doggone good. That's right, man. I'm telling you, and I use them too. I've linked them to several different things too. Most people complain when they have an issue. When you have a good experience, you just go on with your day. You know what though? That's kind of true though, man. That's a fact right there. Most people just don't. They don't want to say anything positive. I don't know. That's not geared to any one person either. It's just that's a fact right there. Some people just they don't know how to kick it with the positive vibes. You know, they just can't get it across that it's okay to say that something is good. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's funny though when you think about it. You don't really hear that often, but that's kind of crazy, man. That's funny. It is funny though, man. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, man. That's too funny. I think that if a person is interested in buying the Google Pixel Buds A series, all I can tell you is buy them. There's no wrong. You can't go wrong with the price. And if you don't like them, return them, son. Return them. Just return them. That's all you have to do. Return them. If you don't like them, you feel like they're not worth it, I say, don't hit the internet running telling everybody this is why they shouldn't buy them. I think that's stupid, if I'm being honest. I think that when people try to force everybody else to like something that they don't like, I think that's kind of silly. I think that's what we run into a lot of when it comes to products online. You run into a lot of stuff where people are genuinely trying to get other people not to like it just because, which is just weird to me. It's weird. The Pixel Bud A's, to me, no brainer. I just don't have any issue with them, man. The small things that I might have, like volume control, not volume, how loud it could be. That's not even it. Sometimes when I listen to different genres of music, this is what it sounds better with some types of music, and it sounds not so great with other types of music. Simple as that. Using online meeting, calls, music, meeting so far an hour. Okay. Yeah, everybody has their own way they're going to use the buds. That's for sure. So I'm going to get out of here, man. I got a couple of videos I need to record in the next hour because after this next hour, I'm done. I'm breaking for the whole weekend. Any videos you see from your man Jay is just scheduled. So if you want to buy these brand new sealed ones that I bought, because again, I'm not going to hit Google sends me their products. I'm not going to return them. But if you want to buy these, you can drop me a DM on Twitter at Mr. J.L. Williams. You can drop me you can hit me on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, if you want to grab these from me, you know what I'm saying? And I'll give you a good price. That's for sure. That is a fact. Yes, I will give you a good price. So it's your man Jay. I have lots of earbuds. I don't claim to be some earbud expert, but I can definitely tell you the truth when it comes to certain things. Well, pretty much I don't have reason to lie to you at all. I don't gain anything, but I can tell you that those that keep asking whether or not they should buy these earbuds, just buy them. You have spent $100 on something that you wasted your money on that you couldn't return. And I'm not saying buy them just so you can return them. I'm saying buy them because if you're that curious about whether you should do it, just do it. You're not going to get any kind of special answer from a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Or what you don't rely on everybody else. Just buy them. Make your own choice. In the end, you have to make the choice. And because I think a lot of times, before I get out of here, some people like to make a purchase on what a tech reviewer says so they can have somebody to blame after they don't like them or it doesn't sound like what it is. And if I'm being honest, that's the reason that I started my channel years ago. 15, 16 years ago, I started this channel because I believed what a tech reviewer said. Oh, these were fantastic. Then after I got it, I was like, this phone sucks. And that is how I started my channel. I feel like I got played and duped into buying something. And it was an affiliate link, I believe, probably. So, you know, end result is I'm not feeling it. I refuse to listen to somebody else's opinion in my final choice and blame it on them. So the Pixel Bud A, you've heard me say it multiple times. I'm going to say it one more freaking time. These are $99. These were $180. They sound exactly the same. Google did not sacrifice sound with price. You've heard me say that since day one. Ever since I first opened these, I told you then, I said, I tell you what, they may have taken away a few features, but they did not sacrifice sound and sound quality for price. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Man, the live stream, I know it's spur of the moment, but sometimes it's like that. These are the best ones. Let me get out of here.